Pew. Pew. Happy Australia Day. Today is Monday, January 26th, and it's Australia Day. I was going to attempt to talk in an Australian accent, but that didn't really work out very well. The only thing I can say in Australian is an Australian accent. It doesn't even sound that Australian. On January 26, 1788, the first Swedish ships arrived from Britain at Port Jackson, which is now Sydney Harbour. In the beginning, thousands of convicts were sent to Australia, and now 25% of Australians are descendants from convicts. Fun facts about Australia. Australia has one of the highest literacy rates in the world, almost 100%. Australia has over 20% of the world's poker machines. Australians eat 260 meat pies a year. That's almost 13 per citizen. There are roughly 10 sheep per person in Australia. I'm not gonna touch that one. There's no such thing as granola in Australia. Candy in Australia is called lollies, and so the game Candyland is called Lollyland. Australia is the only country to use plastic money. Pubs in Australia occupy more land than mines, which is one of Australia's biggest industries. Tasmania has the cleanest air in the world. Australia is the lowest and flattest continent, so it'll be the first to go when the flood comes. In recent Australian news, a man was recently arrested for breaking into an adult shop and having sex with the blow-up dolls. He preferred the doll named Jungle Jane. Can you believe that's the only story I was able to find recently on Australia? Alright, so recently I was up late, very late, later than I should have been, and instead of going to bed after everybody logged off, I decided to write a poem. I wrote this at about 2 in the morning, after we had just finished playing balloons, or whatever that game was. But here it goes. Sometimes typos are just so funny that they just stick with you. And Elena, honey, you were just so funny that you got me stuck on one too. There was a C where there shouldn't be, and now it's so hard for me to say. Australia, without the C. Australia, I really want it to be. Australia, but instead I'll end up saying, Australia, mate. Going to the beach in Caustralia, wearing our bikinis so cool. It's creepy Caustralians, they scare us, but jealous we are, they rule. Balloons, balloons. We'll live in Caustralia, what fun. Balloons, balloons. With the sea and the sand and the sun. Maybe we'll live in Caustralia, in a castle overlooking the sea. We'll sit and eat nerds and be happy, throwing water balloons at monkeys. Caustralia, it's the land down under. Caustralia, you know I've got to wonder. Caustralia, is it even that funny of a word? Why yes. Yes it is. Australia. Challenge time. So whoever I roll has to make up a poem of their own about Australia. So have fun with that. 3. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Chase, you get to make up a poem about Australia. Have fun with that. And Elena, Nerd Fighter tastes like awesome. That's the only way you can describe it. In recent Rachel news, I got tickets to Elton John the other day. Elton John and Billy Joel. I'm pretty excited. And Naomi, I'll see you tomorrow.